Liverpool presented an aggressive offer for a Bundesliga star, with £35 million expected to be accepted to replace Isak. Liverpool are in talks over an emergency loan move involving a PSG star to cover Isak's injury. Liverpool could sign a Manchester City star after losing the race for Antoine Semenyo. Hello, Reds fans! Come and check out the latest updates from the biggest club in the world. According to reports from the European press, Liverpool have sent another clear signal that they remain alert in the transfer market after submitting what has been described as an aggressive offer for Karim Adeyemi. The Borussia Dortmund forward has also been strongly linked with Manchester United in recent months. The current Premier League champions entered this summer transfer window aiming to make an immediate impact. The club invested more than £400 million in reinforcements, backing high-profile signings to raise the overall level of the squad. The main priority was a major overhaul of the attacking department, with Liverpool breaking the British transfer record twice to secure Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak, while also spending around £80 million on Hugo Ekitike. Despite the heavy investment, the attack has not delivered as expected throughout the season. A drop in both collective and individual performances has directly affected the team's results under Arne, who is facing his first major period of pressure at the club. The situation became even more delicate due to the prolonged uncertainty surrounding Mohamed Salah's future and, most significantly, the serious injury suffered by Isak. Signed in the same window, the Swedish striker is set to be sidelined for several months after breaking his leg. Given this context, Liverpool have been linked with several names who could fill the attacking gap in both the short term and long term. Karim Adeyemi has emerged among them. The 23-year-old forward had already been linked to the Premier League and recently appeared as a potential Manchester United target. Liverpool's interest, therefore, adds even more weight to the race for his signature. This season, Adeyemi has recorded 6 goals and 3 assists in 22 appearances across all competitions for Borussia Dortmund. With his contract running until 2027, he could become an interesting market opportunity in the coming months. According to Spanish outlet Fichajes, Liverpool submitted an offer of around €20 million, clearly attempting to take advantage of his contractual situation. Dortmund, however, were reportedly surprised, and the expectation is that the offer will be firmly rejected. Even so, the mere fact that Liverpool have opened talks reinforces the idea that Adeyemi is available and that his name will continue to surface in future windows. Internally, the summer of 2026 is seen as a potential turning point that could define the direction of a career still full of untapped potential. Do you believe, Liverpool fans, that Karim Adeyemi would be the right piece to bring a new dynamic to the Reds' attack? According to European media reports, Michael Edwards is leading internal talks at Liverpool to find an immediate replacement for Alexander Isak in the January transfer window, with Goncalo Ramos of Paris Saint-Germain emerging as the strongest name behind the scenes. Isak's injury came at the worst possible moment for the Reds, further worsening an already concerning situation in the attacking department. Liverpool were already dealing with key absences up front. Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah are unavailable due to a mix of physical issues and international duty at the Africa Cup of Nations, drastically reducing Arne Slot's attacking options. With the Swedish striker now injured, the manager has faced serious difficulties in assembling his frontline, leaving the team exposed during a decisive phase of the season. Arne Slot did not hide his frustration over the challenge that caused Isak's injury, which occurred after a tackle by Mickey van de Ven during the move that led to Isak's second goal for Liverpool in the Premier League. Speaking to the media, Slot made it clear that the injury is serious and will keep the player out for several months. He described the situation as a huge disappointment, both for the player, who was settling into an important phase of adaptation, and for the team, which loses a key figure at a critical time. In response, Liverpool have begun to consider seriously signing Goncalo Ramos on a 6-month loan deal. At PSG, the Portuguese international is not an undisputed starter, having started only 8 of the club's 16 League One matches this season, scoring 4 goals in that period. Even without guaranteed status, Ramos remains a high-quality option in the French squad, and the main question is whether PSG would be willing to release him on a temporary basis. Liverpool, for their part, understand the importance of having a deep squad, especially for clubs competing simultaneously in the Premier League, European competitions, and domestic cups. The board view Ramos as a ready-made player, accustomed to pressure and experienced at the highest level, quality seen as essential for an emergency reinforcement. PSG head coach Luis Enrique has also repeatedly made clear how much he trusts the Portuguese striker. In May, after scoring 3 goals against Montpellier, Goncalo Ramos received public praise from Luis Enrique, who highlighted his mentality, commitment, and consistently high performance whenever called upon. For these reasons, the Portuguese forward has emerged as Liverpool's main target to replace Alexander Isak during his recovery, although any deal will still depend on PSG's stance in the coming weeks. Liverpool are reassessing their attacking options amid a difficult Premier League title defense. What initially looked like a straightforward move for the Bournemouth forward has now become uncertain, prompting the club to revisit a familiar internal name, Omar Marmoush. This reflects a broader recalibration at Anfield. After an aggressive summer rebuild that reshaped the squad and raised expectations, the current season has fallen short of internal targets. Performances have been inconsistent, results have exposed weaknesses, and the recruitment department is once again evaluating how to generate immediate impact without compromising long-term planning. Semenyo was closely monitored for a long period and attracted genuine interest from Liverpool due to his development, intensity, ball-carrying ability, and finishing. However, signs that the player may prioritize a move elsewhere cooled the situation. In a short and demanding January window, any lack of clarity or hesitation often rules out prolonged negotiations, making a deal unlikely at the stage. As a result, Omar Marmoush has returned to the center of discussions. He is not a new name in Liverpool's recruitment meetings and had already been extensively assessed before his move to England. Capable of playing across the front line, Marmoush stood out in the Bundesliga for consistent goal involvement, tactical flexibility, and adaptation to high-intensity systems. His move brought encouraging signs, but injuries and strong competition for places limited his run of games, making a potential exit a realistic scenario. For Liverpool, Marmoush represents a different kind of January opportunity. Unlike other options, he has already been thoroughly analyzed within the club's scouting models, and there's a sense of unfinished business, as previous interest was genuine. From a footballing perspective, his versatility suits the team's current needs, allowing him to operate out wide, make central runs, and press aggressively from the front, all valuable traits for a side still seeking greater attacking cohesion. His understanding with Mohamed Salah at international level is also viewed as a positive, potentially speeding up his adaptation to Liverpool during a demanding season. Internally, a move would not be seen as high risk, as his profile fits the club's criteria, combining immediate impact with room for development. With the Semenyo situation now less clear, Marmoush emerges as a viable strategic alternative for January, allowing a targeted squad adjustment based on planning rather than panic. Thank you very much for watching until the end. See you next time!